Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from House Basketball Training, and today I'm going to give you some 2-3 basketball plays. They're screen and roll basketball plays against a man-to-man basketball defense. On this channel I'll show you basketball plays, drills, and skills, so if you like that stuff, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get down to the clipboard and let's check out these basketball plays. Okay, so first in this first basketball play, we're going to have player 4 set a screen up for player 2. Player 2 is going to be using that screen, and he's going to be popping down towards this deep corner. Next, what we're going to have is player 5 setting a back screen on player 4, and player 3 is going to be using that screen, and he's going to be cutting down the middle of the key. Now player 1 has a few different options. He can either pass to player 3 for a layup, or he can pass to player 2, and it's like a skip pass out to player 2 for a 3-point shot. Our number one option is player 3. However, our backup option, if we need a 3 or if player 3 is just covered, is player 2 out on that wing. In this second basketball play, we're going to be having player 3 float down towards that low corner, and we're going to be having player 4 and 2, they're going to be floating out towards that right side and spread out for player 5 to set a screen and roll on player 1. Now player 1 is going to use that screen and roll, player 5 is going to roll towards the basket. Now if this is a solid screen and roll, player 1 could have that shot. He could also pass to player 5 for that easy layup. However, one of a few things can happen. We may have player 3 come down and play help defense on player 5 so that player 5 doesn't have an open lane. And if that's the case, player 3 blue may be open for a 3-point shot. Or what may happen is if player 5 does a nice seal and he gets that ball, this could collapse the help defense and create a couple of different opportunities for 3-point shots from the wing. If we do pass the ball out to player 4, this may cause player 2 to pop down, which would create a secondary pass or an extra pass to player 2 for a 3-point shot as well. In this third basketball play that I'm going to show you, we're going to be having player 5 setting a screen for player 3. Player 4 is going to be setting up in the low post, and we're going to have player 2 setting a screen on player 1. Player 1 is going to be using that screen. He could be open for that shot. However, we're going to be now using player 5 and player 4 as a screen for player 3, and he may be open in this corner for a 3-point shot. Also, when he's cutting towards the baseline and across the baseline, he may be open right here for a quick pass and a layup. So with player 1, your point guard, make sure that he understands that he's still looking at player 3, and make sure player 3 understands that he is still looking for the pass, because this may happen and does create a great opportunity. I would actually suggest if this is a solid screen, for him to stop or stutter step right there, because he may just receive that pass. Now in this fourth basketball play, I personally love this play. What we're going to be having is player 5 setting a screen for player 1. Player 2 is going to be setting up the staggered screen. And now what's going to happen is player 3, he is going to be going and setting a screen out on player 4. He's going to be cutting across and setting a screen on player 4. Now what's going to happen is player 4 is going to go first. So this screen happens first, and then as soon as player 3 gets halfway through that key, these two players, player 5 and player 2, are going to be setting up the staggered screen. Player 1 is going to use that screen. Meanwhile, player 4 is already cutting across the key. This could be a quick hitting layup. If not, he's going to pop out. Let's say he wasn't open, he's going to pop out. And now what's going to happen is this first screen that was set, he is going to then pop. And the second screen that hits, he's going to be rolling towards the basket. Now, the reason why this is happening and why we're setting the second player to roll is because if this was a solid screen, or if the second one was a solid screen, then player 2 is going to need to help out and maybe pop out and show for a second or two. And now player 2 is rolling towards the basket and he can get that layup. In this fifth and final basketball play, what we're going to have is player 4 first. He's going to be popping down, and we're going to be having player 5 setting a screen or a back screen on player 2. Player 2 is going to be using that screen, and he's going to be cutting towards the rim. If he's open, hit him up for a layup. If he is not open, what's going to happen now is he's going to then curl back around player 4, and he could be open again for a three-point shot at the free throw line extended. Meanwhile, we're going to be having player 3. He is going to be getting screened by player 5. He could be open for a three-point shot. And now he's going to be going, and if he's not open, let's say player 3 red fought through, he's going to go and set a screen the screener screen. That's a lot of the same word in the same sentence. The screener screen. He's going to be setting this was a screen the screener. And player 5 is going to pop out, and this is going to be just a simple screen and roll by player 3. So player 1 at this point can hit that three-point shot, or he could hit up player 3 for a layup. I hope that these plays help you win more games. If they do, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again later on today in our second video of the day.